Hi everybody, welcome back. I wanted to do another video for you today on my son of the day. This is Dua's Plumlicious Casino Elixir. This is one of Dua's tribrids, so that means it's a combination of three fragrances, and the three fragrances are Creed Aventus, Tom Ford Plum Japonais, and Baccarat Rouge 540 from MFK. So I got this one, I think about a year ago at this point, and I've worn it more than a handful of times, but this stuff is perfect in the upcoming seasons that we're coming into with the fall and winter. So I wanted to take the time. I wore it today, fell in love with it again, and I wanted to make a video on it and spread the word about this delicious creation. So without further ado, we'll get into it, and I'll tell you what I smell when I first spray it. I'm wearing it as my son of the day. This stuff was going strong. Like, I can still detect it on my skin 11 plus hours later. At this point, it's nearing on the 12-hour mark, and I still detect it, not even just as a faint skin scent. And I didn't go overboard with sprays either. This stuff is just amazing. So again, let's get into it. I'll spray it on the test strip. I might even refresh on my skin just to relive this opening that's so beautiful. But if you don't know, the Dua bottles, they have a very good atomizer on it. It's a pressurized atomizer. Super good. Got it all over my hand. So gonna smell like this stuff all night apparently. So the opening on this is so awesome. So I get this, like I said, it's Aventus, it's Plum Japonais, and BR540, and you get all of that. I would say the most prominent part of this, of the three fragrances, is that Plum Japonais, which I'm delighted by. So in the opening, I get like a plum heavy Aventus, where I get the plum, I get the black currant of Aventus. I don't get the pineapple, but it's in the note breakdown. I definitely get the birch from Aventus, and what else? Yeah, so it's like I have my notes here, blackcurrant birch and this liquor note that I think is also a part of the Plum Japonais DNA. That's what I get in the opening, but it's basically, maybe I said it's prominent Aventus. It's actually pretty equal between Plum Japonais and Aventus in the opening, but that plum note sticks out, and not in a bad way. It actually blends with this very well, but it is very distinctive. So the opening, just to summarize, blackcurrant, birch, this liquor note, and this slight almond texture. I know that may sound weird, but it's powdery, but not in an iris or orris root kind of way. It's just got this slight fluffy almondy sort of thing going on. I'm trying to think of one that may have that I can compare it to. Aventus comes to mind, or sorry, not Aventus, but rather Pegasus comes to mind. But I think that one is pretty different. I would actually say that it's more comparable to Tom Ford fucking Fabulous, the almond in that, like kind of the texture that one has when it dries. It's got like this just sort of almond powder texture. You get that in the opening as well. So it's super beautiful to me. And as it dries, then you get into the BR540 tie-in, because it's got saffron, and as you guys may or may not know, saffron can come across very leathery. In this one it does, but it ties in very, very nicely with these more green aromatic notes that basically when you catch a whiff of this in the air, and you do quite a bit because the sillage on this stuff is great, you get this fir, balsam, cypress, the birch of the Aventus, this almond powderiness, the saffron leatheriness, and a little touch of sweetness from this vanilla. And then just to top it all off, kind of, the star on the top of the Christmas tree, it's got that plum that shines through, and it's kind of the very tippy top. And it hangs around. That plum doesn't go away, not to my nose anyway. It's just awesome. I think this is one of Dua's best releases that I've tried, and I have quite a few. This was kind of, I don't know, guilty pleasure, if you will, but I actually really like a lot of the Duas that I have. There's only one that I can think of right now that I could say if someone took it from me, I would have no problems because I never touch it. All the other ones, I really have a pretty deep appreciation for. And this one is no exception. This one is probably top three from Dua, and I have quite a bit that I really, really enjoy. So I talked about the scent profile. I talked about the opening there. Um, it's just a beautiful composition. I know that there's talks about Dua's craftsmanship and their blending ability and maybe the quality of their oils. I get the fruit of what they're talking about. I understand, but this stuff doesn't come across as cheap to me whatsoever. If this was just a complete blind sniff from a blotter card or someone sprayed something on my arm, I would have no idea that this is a clone or inspired brand. It does not smell that way at all to me. Like, I'm being so genuine. This stuff does not smell cheap. This is niche level quality to me. And I have no affiliation with Dua. I bought this stuff with my own money. I just think that it's a great release and something that is very different than a lot of other fragrances. Um, it just it has I love stuff. I know Justin Copeland talks about it all the time, and I think he put it perfectly. I really like and I'm attracted to things that have their own distinct personality, and they are a little bit polarizing in a way. This one definitely is polarizing. I know that maybe that almond powderiness won't appeal to some people. Some people are very, touchy about iris powderiness. Maybe the same thing for almond. It may be for the same thing for maybe this fir balsam that's in the dry down that's kind of like a green tree sort of smell. To me, this stuff is just gorgeous. So let me just touch on performance, and then I want to talk about kind of when I wear it, what I envision when I smell this, kind of like the setting, what kind of attire you would be wearing, just kind of paint a picture for you. So we'll first go through performance. This stuff is addictive too. I keep smelling it. God, it's good. So performance, like I said, this thing lasted up until this point about 12 hours on me. Excuse me, and I can still smell it very, very well. And I didn't go anosmic to it either. I think that might be down to my spray routine and keeping it away from my chest as much as possible. But I had no problems catching wafts of this thing the entire day. The entire day at work. Sillage, heavy. Heavy for hours. I mean, you're catching random wafts of this the entire day. And I was at work 10 hours today or so. It's just fantastic. And the projection it's strong. It's not Orto Parisi strong where it's just insane, unsensibly strong, but it is strong. It's couple arms length away from you for at least an hour, and then down to an arm's length, or if not a little bit more, for about 2 hours. And then, like I said, when you catch little wafts of this in the wind, it lingers. It leaves a beautiful trail. So in the air, again, you get that sort of dry down with the green aromatic touches, that almondy powderiness, the vanilla, the leathery saffron smell, this slight liquor note, and then that plum note that just it stays with it the entire time. Beautiful stuff. So now I want to transition to when you would wear it, where you would wear it, what I envision for like what you would be wearing. For me personally, I think that this is fall and wintertime just staple. You could do day or night. I did it as my scent of the day. I was just in a particular mood that sometimes I grab these more night. How do I just say this? It's more catered to the nighttime. But if I'm in a particular mood for it and I have like a craving for it, basically, I'll wear it as my scent of the day and just cut down on sprays. And that's what I did today. So I think, again, this leans definitely more toward the nighttime. And as far as scent occasion, that was stupid, sorry. I definitely think that this wants you to dress it up just have a slightly elevated attire at the very bare minimum. Like I'm wearing kind of a fitting polo today. It's sort of this maroon burgundy color with a nice little pattern on it, which goes well with the plum, right? It's kind of I kind of match the color to the vibe of the scent, which was accidental, but hey, shout out to me. But I think this stuff really would shine in a formal event or just like a date night when you want to go all out. You're dressed to the nines, you're putting your best foot forward, and you want to smell sexy to your significant other. This stuff is it. I truly do believe that. Um, as far as attire that you're wearing, when I just closed my eyes and like thought about where I envision smelling this, I think about like an anniversary dinner. You're in some fancy steakhouse. The lighting is dim. You're at nice table. Other people are around you, and I don't know. I envision like a what is it like the waffle knit sweaters. You know what I'm talking about? I'll put a picture. Like a dark colored waffle knit sweater, some nice dress pants, some like leather Chelsea boots or something like that. Like it's just dark colors, not a lot of contrast, some like leathery vibes because you definitely get a lot of this saffron in the dry down. I just think that kind of matching the scent to what you're wearing is, or like the color feeling. They may sound really stupid to some of you. Um, I just think that's cool. I like to do that. I'm not sure how you can smell a color. Ask my brain. I don't fucking know, but that's what I see. So let me know if you can and resonate with what I'm saying. Does that make sense? Hopefully, I don't sound like a babbling idiot here, but I think that's it. As far as a rating, this stuff is probably an 8 or higher. The only downside to it is it doesn't have the most versatility as in my collection as far as reaching for it. It's not a dumb reach fragrance. You have to be decisive, I guess maybe is how you would put it. You have to purposely plan out when you're going to wear this. It's not just something that you just throw on and go out into the world. I mean, if you want to, by all means, do you. That's just not me. Um, I think you just have to be purposeful. That's the word. You have to be purposeful about when you're going to plan and wear this. It's just not something that you wear every day. And I think that covers it. I mean, I'm looking at the note breakdown right now. There's other things in here. My nose isn't so advanced that I detect all these little other facets, so I'm not going to try and pretend and say, oh, I detect this, that, and the other. What I said is what I get. I get that black currant, the birch, the liquor note, that almondy texture, and then the dry down goes to that saffron, that vanilla, that fir balsam, and the cypress. Just like woody sort of notes, and that plum to top it off. It's gorgeous. So I think that's going to about do it for this video. If you like this kind of content, let me know. Shout out to you, Saga. I tried to put more of my personal anecdote on there of when and where I would wear it and how I got introduced to it. Actually, I didn't speak on that. For some reason, I just got addicted to buying Duas last year. That's fun. Uh, that's basically the story there. And I was like, ooh, that sounds cool. Let me try that. And I was like, whoa, shit. I'm trying to be transparent here. I hope you guys can appreciate that and I'm not going too far off the rails. But thank you so much for all of your support. I truly do appreciate it. I'm having a lot of fun making these videos. I'm trying not to edit them too much. I'm trying to let my personality shine through a little bit, just so it's not just super boring or monotone. I smelled this. Sometimes I feel like I am that way, but I'm trying my best to let my personality shine through right now. So hope you guys can appreciate that. Hope you like this content. Let me know. Let me know if there's any other scents that you would want me to cover, and any other video ideas. I would greatly appreciate that. And I'm just going to try and keep getting content out for you guys. I know that's how this algorithm will work, and my benefit to try and build a bigger community of you guys. But for you guys that are always here and helping and supporting and giving your feedback. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. See you later.